Good morning, Classified Collectors. You know what day it is. That's right, it's Tuesday, so it's Yojo Tuesday. Today, we're going to take a closer look at the Crimson Gaurd, number 50 in the Classified line. So let's get him out of the box and take a closer look at him. So we've got the Crimson Gaurd out of his box, and a first overall look of him, nailed it. Reminds me of the one I had growing up. A bunch of extra features and details on him, though. And I do apologize for him wobbling. Hasbro gave him a lot of stuff. I don't remember if he came with a saber when growing up, but he's got a saber in a sheath. He's got a service pistol. He's got a dagger. He's got a old school M16 with a magazine that goes in it. The bayonet is attached to the gun. Would have been cool if they gave some sort of feature that the bayonet could have been attached to it. So it was like two separate pieces. But it's, I mean, you can only do so much with the molding on the weapons. And then his backpack. His backpack is pretty heavy. And it would have been nice to see a little bit more of Art Deco on it, but you have the nice silver Cobra emblem there. I want to see if maybe this flipped open, because it kind of gives the impression with some of the notching on it that it does, or lifts up. That would have been cool if this was hollowed out and this kind of slid up, but it doesn't. And I've been wondering on some of the backpacks why there's this peg. They did it on Outback. I believe they also did it on Stalkers. So instead of having a pin on the rifle or a hole on the rifle, this peg right here, where the trigger is, where you'd put the finger in, it is the same diameter, and you can slide the rifle onto this peg so you can mount the peg on the backpack. Also, on this side of the Crimson Gaurd's backpack, there is a notch for the saber, the sheath. So you can have the rifle on one side and the saber on the other. Looking at him overall, the mask, everything about him, he does have the classic ab crunch torso. The swivel would have been better. There is a lot of detail in this figure and texture to the clothing. I love the mask. That is spot on. I forget what you call this. Maybe if they put a little color into it, the straight gray is a little off, but I do like the metal that he is wearing there. They did do a little deco on the belt. That's cool. Pistol holder, holster, and a sheath over here for the dagger. When we look at his boots, they're like a nice military style boot. And I'm sure there's a opening on that side for the sheath scabbard to go into. But we'll take a look, and I'd have to take a closer look. That may be, nope, that is a Cobra emblem. So on his arm, there's a Cobra emblem. So there is a lot of detail. There's attention to detail in the figure itself. So we're going to put his accessories on, and that way you guys can get a 360 of him with the accessories on. So we'll be right back. So one of the things that I missed when I was talking about the accessories, and I hope you can see it there. I can see it. Sometimes some of the other things, Art Deco and features of a figure or how a figure is painted, can be overlooked for attention to detail on some of the accessories. And this is one of those instances where his dagger and the hilt of the saber they molded in this Cobra-like head look, feature to it. In this, like, claw. Almost like that's there to, like, catch another bladed weapon and snag it. And And like I said, also on his saber, see if we can bring this around and you guys can see it. I'll move the camera. So they even did it on the saber. And that is something really cool. The attention to detail. And that's what really will get me with a figure is, are they just throwing it together or are they thinking about it and paying attention to what they're doing? There are, you really can't see them, but there is detailed of pouches on this. There's like detail of pouches on his boots, buckles on the boots. The knee pads are pretty standard, but there's pouches on the belt. So there are those little subtleties that just make the figures that much better. Lately, the Classified figures, Lenny and his crew that have been working hard on sculpting, making sure that the details are there. They have improved 100% from the original figures. So now you've got the Crimson Guard protecting Destro there. He's got his saber out and he's ready to go to battle. And I love the figure. It's a win for me. I hope it's a win for you. And until the next video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It helps support my channel. And stay safe, stay warm, be kind. And again, happy holidays, folks.